Hello and welcome to SnowRunner, the episode you've been waiting for and I've been waiting for. We get to unlock the Zikz 605R today, and instead of going the long way, I'm going to try and take a shortcut and kind of... Oh wait, that won't. Unless there's a crossing point here, this won't... I may be able to get up to this bridge. Really, I should probably go to right here. Actually, that's... yeah, we're gonna do that. I am using trailers, but I believe this is free, so everyone should have it. If not, there are other vehicles you can probably use. Another thing you could actually do is you could just go and pull the Zikz 605R up the little ramp that allows you to get it out of the area it's in, and that will make it easier for a lot of other trucks to get to it with a service body to do the full repair. I'll show that ramp a little later. It's actually the way I plan on getting it out of there with it hopefully fully repaired and refilled so I can drive it out without having to pull it. And okay, it's still covered by the oh, right here is one of the two trailers you need for log crossing. And so that's probably going to be the first thing I do, is just to go get that trailer with the Zikz on its way back to the garage. But yeah, this area can be bad. I'm hoping that the yard's floaty tires can't carry me over it. Otherwise, you do want to follow the road and take the long way around, because you can get stuck and it can turn into a nightmare. He says right as the yard starts slowing down. Is there... oh no. So the issue is I don't have enough power to get up over that rock with the left front tire. So let's see if I just steer around it a little, we'll get up and over it. If I can get up and over it, that should. And if you're going to take this shortcut, I recommend a stable vehicle for obvious reasons. But yeah, okay, it does look like that. We were able to get over it. And then, oh, so I'm still gonna have to go through this one mud area. This area can cause problems, but you just have to cross. We're getting oh so close. See if dropping it into the low will actually help. I wasn't expecting the mud to be this bad for the yard. That's part of the reason I was doing this, is I thought if there's anything that can get through this mud area, it's the yard. Okay, that's bad mud if even the yard is struggling. Make sure that doesn't look like the trailer's caught on something, because that's sometimes another reason you can have problems, is a trailer gets caught and like starts dragging a rock along or something. So you do want to make sure that isn't happening. One time I tried to cross a little further up. I can't remember whether it was right here or it's somewhere here, and I found out that this mud was really bad. I think I was driving a Zikz 566A, the Zikz 566A when that happened, but I'm not sure. And I paid. Okay. And Autonomous Wind saves the day. And that didn't go well with its stock tires. Hopefully this part shouldn't be nearly as bad. It's just because I tried to take a shortcut that things got really bad leg-wise. I think we're kind of moving through this at an okay speed. That's good. And let's up the speed a little. And this is the ramp I was talking about. See that little rock off in the distance that looks like it's blocking away so you just can't drive along the ice? It's set up as a ramp, so coming back the other way you can get out now, which is nice. Oh, and this task. This one's a fun one. I'm gonna grab it. Just because we're here. And this is the this coming up is the reason I was thinking that I didn't want to bring too long of a truck like the F750, because it's going to get really narrow up here. I don't think the yard can climb up that side of the ramp. So we're going to kind of have to follow this narrow path, which I was even debating the wisdom of bringing this trailer. You could argue having the trailer right here and then just bringing it up and over the ramp may be the better idea. We'll see. But yeah, they've got a little bit of an interesting path that's not just any vehicle. And you definitely should bring a vehicle with an autonomous one, because let's just say there are plenty of opportunities for you to end up with your wheels facing the air. And so, doesn't look like the trailer's causing too much of a problem, as long as I can get around that tree that's purposely put there along that rock. I mean, this is totally just, you have to get through this to unlock it. The yard's like, whatevers, we can just do this. And there she is. The task is called Stargazer, and we have made it. That was the only area I was actually worried that I was going to have some drama with. Let's see if we can speed up a little. No. See, the reason I'm looking is sometimes there's an Easter egg you can find in a UFO. I think this is one of the places it can spawn. I don't know what triggers it. So if you're wondering why I'm looking at the sky back there, that's why. It doesn't look like we got it today. Turn this off. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Okay. We can... Oh, wow! I thought I was going to need way more repair. 300 roof rack would have been enough. Wow. Okay. This is actually easier than I remember it. And there, that's how you unlock the Zikz 605R. And, well, let's at least show it pulling the trailer out of the mud. And I'll probably cut to that. And since we have it, I'm just going to use it to pull the yar out, because I'm tired of things going slow. Change truck. And yay! The disappointing thing is that it doesn't have a saddle on it at the beginning. That's kind of one of the things that sometimes annoys me about SnowRunner is you'll get trucks with frames that don't make sense. I kind of understand it's an extra detail. When you've got so many details, sometimes the return isn't really worth it. A good example of this being the trucks you have to rescue on Black River at the very beginning of the game in Michigan. Now, I don't know. The Zikz may be able to get across that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to try. Because that looks like it's just a recipe for something they have. Anyway, where I'd like to think is to have a flatbed, because it's like, why is it sitting out there without one? But I understand. But, I mean, when you've got a player getting a vehicle like this, I mean, put a high saddle on, please. So at least it has a reason, or maybe, as you can see, they made this nice little ramp so you don't have to go back the way you came. The Zikz would probably have issues. But anyway, so we're out, and we should be able to cut right through here. Or another example being the Zikz 566A in Ontario. It says they're using it to help move stuff, but it doesn't have any frame attachments. How are they moving stuff? Are they moving people one person at a time? I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense. And the only reason I'm pointing this out is because when the player gets it, they can't really use it for anything until they get it back to the garage on Albany River and put an attachment on it. So it just kind of doesn't make sense. It's kind of one of those things I noticed thinking about the creative victim writing. So, anyway. Actually, what I'm going to do is I should be able to drop down on the ice from here so I don't have to go back through that mud field and get the watchtower on the way back. And in order to do that, we need to give some fuel to the yard. It's going to need, that should be enough. We'll see. Anyway. And for my immersion, I'm probably going to run it without the roof rack, but you could argue if you wanted to give it the roof rack in a hypothetical SnowRunner 2, just lock in. And I'm always a fan of level locking tires over nerfing anything about a vehicle or taking away a capability like they did with the Con Marshall, since you can't tow scout trailers with it. But you can see the Zikz just doesn't care. And keep in mind, this is with the stock engine. I have the top engine and middle engine unlocked. This was in the era before vehicles started getting unique engines, so it just has 3 generic engines that trucks in this class get. And so, we're just gonna do, as you can see, the Zikz is just moving through this like it's nothing. When this vehicle came out, people said they thought it broke the game, and there is kind of some truth to it. You just see how it moves. Now, granted, I don't have it under load here, it's just moving itself, so let's actually put it on this one. Oh, this one. You can see, I tried to drive around with the F-750. That didn't end well. And let's see, where is... Oh, right here. Put a wait, so I know. Oh, I got the pickup arrow from blocks from that shore. And let's not run into the pole. And then we'll, I guess, cut across right here. And this area is like meant to be a pain if you bring all except a few select vehicles in here. So the Zikz is going to make this look easy, but it really isn't. The other idea I toyed with but didn't act on was maybe bringing one of the new tractors from Austria here just to see how it would handle the mud pulling it out. But another interesting one would be the tractors from the Blades. Just, I mean, it kind of feels like there's some rightness about having a K7 with this. But you definitely wouldn't want to do it with the generic tires, that's for sure. So, the question is, which way am I going to have to pull it? If that tractor wasn't there, you pull it out that way, but I suspect the tractor's there on the roof, so you can't. I suspect this is a total setup right here. Which, I mean, that's probably one of my disappointments about the game, is why didn't they just make this, for Season 8 Blades, why didn't they just make this a drivable tractor? You would have a choice, and then the other tractors you unlock with the K700. Now, that's kind of my disappointment. In fact, I've always wanted to kind of drive one of those. The visual asset that's just sitting there. So, and then you see attachments, particularly in this region, that are small enough that they look like they belong on it. So it's not like you'd need new models to have 2 levels of farming equipment. The big trailers we got in Season 8 being when you use the bigger tractors. And the advantage there is that it takes less time because you're covering more area. Let's see if we, yeah, we can. Yeah, this is gonna be a non-issue for the Zikz, essentially. It just pulls it through like it's nothing. And I think I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go deliver this lock crossing, and that's one of 3 deliveries.